Hi everyone, this is Space Toad and welcome to what should be now the weekly BuildCraft 6.1 update. Let's get started. So as before, this video is again a preview of what's currently cooking in BuildCraft 6.1. I created a small system here which is aimed at providing energy based on wood, and I'm going to show how this is filled. But basically you have those furnace here, and the purpose of this furnace is to turn wood into charcoal. And yes, I looked up the pronunciation before since last time. So anyway, you transform wood into charcoal, and then you send charcoal into the system, which is going to be both used for feeding other furnaces or those engines here, which are going to produce energy and eventually power robots while they're working. This is a system that's a bit advanced. It's using these robot stations here, which are expecting items. And if I click on the gate here, I can tell that if there is less than 75% of wood in the furnace, then I'm asking robots to provide oak wood. And the robots that are providing that could be either picker robots that picks item in the world, following lumberjacks for example, or that could be things coming from carrier robots extracting items from chests. There are some other details in the system that I won't show here. In particular, there is a system that ensures that we don't feed a furnace before it has a certain amount of items. But the whole point here is that I need robots that provide oak wood to this system for it to work properly. So for that, I'm going to need lumberjacks as before. And by the way, this is a new structure here that I built. I call it a pillar for robots, a robot pillar maybe. But it's using functionality that we've seen before already. And by the way, as you can see here, I have 65 robots in operation in this world. One of the things that I'm doing is assessments on performances requirements to make sure that it's possible to handle a large amount of robots in the world. So around 60-70 is kind of the maximum I've tried so far, without noticing any major slowdown, which is quite good, quite encouraging results. Anyway, I'm activating those robots, which are going to start cutting wood. So this is just as before. So far we haven't really seen anything new that has been done last week. Now, one of the things that I want to show, which actually is new, is those picker robots here. If I click on the gate, you will see that there is new action here, filter. So but what this gate says is, if there's no blue pipe signal, then hook the robot to its station, don't move. And if there is, then obviously the robot will start to work, and it will have this filter activated which says only look for wood. And basically this is a way to have these pickers to look only at the most valuable thing in the system here, which is wood, and don't worry about the rest. So just to optimize wood extractions. Most of the robots are understanding this filter action. You know, depending on the robot, it might be something different. But I could even have said to the lumberjack, please only cut oak wood. I'm not interested into any other kind of wood. But here I just accept it all. Anyway, those picker here are they don't have any specific action, so they are going to filter. Sorry, so they're going to just grab anything else. Now on the planter here, again I put a special filter too, and I said this planter will only plant oak saplings, which makes sense because the entire system is based on oak wood, so I don't want to plant any other kind of wood. But at this early stage I don't have saplings yet, so I'm just going to keep them here and wait until the pickers bring some items in. So beyond those filters, this is pretty much what we've seen already in the previous video. Let's start looking at something new. Here you can see two new kinds of robots. These are called farmers, and their goal is going to create farmland on the map. And these are called harvesters, and their goal is going to harvest all kind of plants they can find on the ground, herbs, wheat, flowers, etc., etc. Of course, as for other robots, they will not pick the items. You will need a picker to pick it, but at least they will break it. Alright, so now what I want to do is to create a farm system, obviously, with those things. So I'm going to start tiling some area. I did not set up a box where to tile, so those robots are going to tile all over the place, and that actually proved to be quite useful if it's raining. So I'm going to turn the weather into rain to show it. Okay, and now I'm activating those farmers robots. So they are going to get some who and a hoe, and then they start to tile the world. And this is going to be extremely useful if I want to create a massive farmland in the game, right? Of course, once that's done, the other thing that I will want is to be able to plant seeds, and I need seeds for that. So I'm going to launch my harvesters, which are going to start attacking this herb, and they're obviously breaking the herb will generate a number of seeds, which are going to be picked specifically by those robots. If I look at the configuration here, I'm asking those picker robots to concentrate on seeds and wheat. So let's activate them and let them grab what has been dropped by the harvester robots. Just to make it faster, I'm actually going to place some seeds artificially in this chest. As usual, I'm lost in creative tabs, but here we are. Let's take some more. Okay, so I'm gathering the seeds, placing the seeds in the chest, and now I have those planters. And as opposed to the other one, those planters have been instructed to only work on seeds. So if I activate them, they are going to the chest over there, and if it works properly, they should get seeds. Yes, and they're going to plant them on the area. So you can imagine what kind of huge farmland can be maintained using system like that. Okay. And actually I'm seeing small bugs as we speak. It's abnormal that the robots try to plant their things all at the same location, but well, something to be fixed for the next version. Yes, it's really wrong. Alright, well, not as impressive as I hoped, but that will be easy to fix. Again, this is a development version, this is not even pre-alpha at this stage, so I'm finding problems as I speak and as I show things. Carrying on, I really wanted to show you the Knights robots that didn't work last time, and I hope that this time they are going to work. So let me actually recall those guys. I think we have enough farmlands right now to plant seed, in particular since we have this bug that is going to make it a lot slower than it should be. So let me place a couple of skeletons, and I'm going to need to create night time. I think 15,000 is good enough. Time set. Here we go. So now it's night time. I'm placing some skeletons. Let's place them here. Don't need too many. And I'm going to ask the Knights robot to attack nearby enemies. I'm activating this. the night robots, they are going to fetch some swords or some swords. And here we go, they found those enemies and they're starting to attack it. Right now, the robots are invincible, they will never die, so it would be nice to have some way to counterattack or handle their resistance, their life, you know, health point, whatnot. Obviously, that's going to be worked on as soon as possible, but there are some other things before, so it's highly likely that the night robots will be still invincible in the first pre-alpha release when this time comes. Anyway, so we've seen them. Good, we've seen them attacking those skeletons successfully. I think this one has been killed. So just to prove that yes, I can fix my bugs. And 5,000 is a proper time. Now, a new robot that has been introduced here is this one, which is called the butcher robot, which is going to work in a way that is very similar to the knight, except that it's going to target animals. Maybe I want to spawn some pigs to demonstrate this, but I believe it will be the behavior is going to be quite obvious. So I'm activating the butcher. They're fetching sword as well, so same tool, and then they're attacking the pigs. Of course, this is highly suboptimal. If I want this to work properly, I should probably put the pigs into some kind of closed area and then define this area as being the area where the robots are supposed to be operating. Has to have something a bit more contained, and probably wooden sword are not the best sword to run this operation. But anyway, that shows the butcher robot. Oh, and I realized I forgot to activate my carriers, which I really need them at some point. Okay, so let me recall butchers now. Done with them, and I'm going to show the very last robot, which is the Shovelman, for lack of a better term, and this rain is starting to bother me, so I'm going to deactivate it, even if we lose some farmland because of it. And now activating the Shovelman. So those robots, what they're going to do is to get shovels, obviously, and they're just going to dig. So one might argue that it's a bit arbitrary, it's a bit random. The idea behind those shovelmen is to excavate large bodies of dirt to look for ores underneath the dirt, and obviously if I can place some area to control their work, it's going to be more you know, more, how can I put it? It's going to be easier to do something a bit more useful and a bit more clever. But here you just see the default behavior of the shovelman if they are not given any specific area to excavate. Anyway, that being said, I believe that's about all I wanted to show for this new preview of BuildCraft. So this is forthcoming BuildCraft 6.1. Thanks a lot for having watched the video. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye.